boys and girls, this is Ms. Horvath again. In this video, we're going to go over the problems in today's math lesson. So go ahead and grab your orange My Math book. Once you've grabbed your book, open to page 245. And during this video, feel free to pause at any time. If you need more time to get your book and to open up to this page, pause the video. If you need more time to work on a word problem, pause the video. So right now you should be on page 245, and I want you to look at problem number 1. Let's read problem number 1. Lou picked 7 apples. Jordan picked 1 more apple than Lou. How many apples did Jordan pick? So let's read it one more time. Lou picked 7 apples. Jordan picked 1 more apple than Lou. How many apples did Jordan pick? All right, our first step is to underline what we need to find out. So we need to underline the question. How many apples did Jordan pick? And now we need to circle the important information. So we know Lou picked 7 apples and Jordan picked 1 more apple than Lou. To help us solve this problem, we're going to use a picture. Down here we have Lou, and Lou has his 7 apples. And here we have Jordan. Remember, we need to figure out how many apples Jordan picked. And it says Jordan picked 1 more apple than Lou. So we know Lou has 7 apples. What's 1 more than 7? 8. So Jordan has 8 apples. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Jordan has 1 more than Lou. 1 more than 7 is 8. So go to your book, and inside your book, here where it's problem number 1, you're going to write 8 apples. And we can represent this problem using an addition number sentence. We know Lou had 1 and Jordan had 1 more than Lou. So 7 plus 1 equals 8. The answer is 8 apples. All right, let's go to problem number 2. Here we are. All right, let's read problem number 2. Jan has 6 necklaces. Kim has the same number of necklaces. How many necklaces do they have all together? Again, Jan has 6 necklaces. Kim has the same number of necklaces. How many necklaces do they have all together? Well, let's underline the important information. Let's underline the question. Let's underline what we need to find out, which is how many necklaces do they have all together? We know Jan has 6 necklaces and Kim has the same number of necklaces as Jan. So let's look at the picture here below. We have Jan and her 6 necklaces, and we know Kim has the same number as Jan. So if Jan has 6, then Kim must have 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So Kim has the same as Jan. Now the question asks, How many necklaces do they have altogether? Not just what Kim has, it's asking how many do they have altogether? So how many necklaces do you see on the screen? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 necklaces altogether. And we can represent our problem by adding. We know Jan had 6 and Kim had the same. So 6 plus 6 equals 12. Okay, we can go back to our book. Problem number 2. So we know they have 12 necklaces altogether. And in this space here, you can write your word problem, your addition number sentence, or you can show your picture that you use to help solve this. I'm going to write the addition number sentence. So 6 plus 6 equals 12. 12 necklaces altogether. All right, good work. Let's move on to problem 3. The clown sells toys in boxes of 2, 4, and 6. Nella's mom buys 2 boxes with 10 toys in all. Which 2 boxes does she buy? So let's underline the question. We need to find out which 2 boxes does she buy? And let's circle what we know. We know there's a box of 2 toys, a box of 4 toys. Oh, that's kind of hard to see. A box of 4 toys and a box of 6 toys. And we know Nella's mom has 10 toys in all. So we have a picture down here to help us solve the problem. So here's the clown. Here's a box with 2 toys, a box with 4 toys, and a box with 6 toys. Which 2 boxes did Nella's mom buy to get to 10 toys in all? Well, let's see. If she got this box with 2 and this box with 4, well, 2 plus 4 equals 6. So did she get the box of 2 and 4? No, because we're looking for 2 boxes that add up to 10 toys in all. Let's try the box of 2 toys and 6 toys. If she got the box of 2 toys and 6 toys, that means she would have 8 toys in all. Is that the answer? No, because we're looking for 2 boxes that add up to 10. Let's try the box of 4 toys and 6 toys. If she got the box of 4 toys and the box of 6 toys, does she have 10 toys in all? Yes, because 4 plus 6 equals 10. So that means, if we go back to our book, Nella's mom bought the boxes with 4 toys and 6 toys. And we know this because 4 plus 6 equals 10 toys in all. Okay, good work, boys and girls. Go ahead and flip your page. I want you to be on page 246. If you need a break, go ahead and pause the video. But if you're ready to keep working, let's keep going. All right, problem number 4. There are 5 boats in the lake. There are 6 boats out of the lake. How many boats are there in all? Well, let's underline the question. We need to find out how many boats are there in all. And we know there are 5 boats in the lake and 6 boats out of the lake. I have a picture here at the bottom to help us solve this problem. So here are all the boats, the 5 boats in the lake, and here are the 6 boats out of the lake. If they're out of the lake, I'm assuming they're either on a dock or somewhere on land. And we need to find out how many boats are there in all. So if there's 5 in the lake and 6 out of the lake, how many boats are there altogether? Well, we can count the boats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 boats in all. We can also use an addition number sentence to help us solve this. 5 boats in the lake plus 6 boats out of the lake equals 11 boats in all. So if we go back to our book, I need to get to page 246. If we go back to our book, we know there are 11 boats in all. You can draw a picture. You can use your addition number sentence. 5 plus 6 equals 11. All right, good work. Problem number 5. The girls ride in 2 taxis. The boys ride in some taxis. There are 9 taxis in all. How many taxis do the boys ride in? Okay, let's underline the question. How many taxis do the boys ride in? And let's circle what we know. We know the girls ride in 2 taxis. We don't know how many taxis the boys are in, but we do know that there are 9 taxis in all. So let's use a picture to help us solve this. So we know, and there's also a whole chart here to help us solve it. We know there are 9 taxis in all, and of the 9 taxis, 2 are used by girls, and we need to find out how many of the taxis are used by boys. So we know there are 9 taxis in all. I'm going to get 9 taxis here. Okay, I have 9 taxis here, and we know that, let me pick a good color. Actually, I'm going to use a highlighter. So we know the girls ride in 2 of the taxis. So if the girls are riding in 2 of the taxis, the boys must be riding in all of these taxis. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So if the girls are in 2 taxis, the boys are in 7 taxis, which results in 9 taxis in all. So let's go back to our book. And we know the boys were in 7 of the 9 taxis. This is kind of like a missing number problem. 2 taxis plus blank amount of taxis equals 9. We know 2 plus 7 equals 9. So the boys were in 7 taxis. All right, good work. On to our last problem. Problem number 6. Alan counts 7 lamps. Kurt counts the same number of lamps. How many lamps do Kurt and Alan count? Let's underline the question. So we need to find out how many lamps do Kurt and Alan count. And we know that Alan counts 7 lamps and Kurt counts the same number of lamps as Alan. So we have a picture here at the bottom to help us. Here's Alan and his 7 lamps, and here's Kurt. We know Kurt counts the same number of lamps as Alan. That means Kurt counted 7 lamps too. So I'm going to go ahead and put 7 lamps here. Okay, so Alan saw 7 lamps. Kurt saw the same number, so he saw 7 lamps too. And our question is, how many lamps do Kurt and Alan count all together? So how many lamps are there all together? We can count the lamps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So they counted 14 lamps in all. And we can represent this with an addition number sentence. If Alan counted 7 lamps and Kurt counted 7 lamps, that means 7 plus 7 is 14. They counted 14 lamps in all. So go back to your book, and here you would write 14 lamps in all. All right, boys and girls, I hope this video helped you. As we continue to work on more problems, you're going to have to do a lot more on your own. So continue to practice the strategies that you've learned and keep up the great work. All right, let your teacher know if you have any questions. Bye.